All right, what's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm bringing you guys the world's first double nuke in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So, before I start this video, I just want you guys to know right now that you guys are going to be watching the most intense, most skillful, the best gameplay you guys have ever watched in Call of Duty history. This gameplay was done by Atrocity is King. You know, one of the most impressive gameplays probably on YouTube in the history of Call of Duty. So, in today's video, like I said, we're going to be basically showcasing this gameplay for you guys, as well as breaking down the 10 things I think that matters most in improving for Modern Warfare to be a good game. So I want you guys to comment down below right now, what do you guys rank Modern Warfare in reference to one of the best or worst Call of Duties of all time? Where do you guys rank it in your list? Near Infinite Warfare, Advanced Warfare, World War II, those other games. As well as let me know what you guys think this game is out of 10. I personally got it about a 5. I think it's okay. I definitely like the non-specialist, which is a huge factor for me. No specialist, no random, dying by purifiers and all that other stuff. I didn't like that, but the game itself is pretty okay. Like I said, we're taking a look at 10 things I think that they can instantly improve, that they could change tomorrow, that would instantly rank this game from a 5 to an 8 or 9, in my opinion. So, in today's video, we're going to do a PSN and Xbox card giveaway. If you guys want to win some free cash to put on your account so you guys could buy COD points, or if you guys have not even owned Modern Warfare yet, we'll be giving away a copy of Modern Warfare at 1,000 likes on this video. So all I want you guys to do is absolutely crush the like on this video. For every 500 likes we get, we're going to give away a PSN or Xbox card worth $50. And if we get to 1,000 likes, we'll give away also a copy of Modern Warfare for whatever console you guys want. Just comment down below right now what console you guys play on. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We are on the road to 100,000 subscribers. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys absolutely crush the like button. Like I said, 1,000 likes is the goal on today's video. I know we can absolutely hit that. So with that being said, number one thing I think that matters most in Modern Warfare that literally could be a flick of a switch in order to change the game from average to okay would be the minimap. Now, this is the first Call of Duty in the history of COD where enemy fire has never shown up as red dots on the minimap. I think that's an absolute and complete and utter backwards movement and towards of this game. I watched a video yesterday with the developers talking about they wanted new players to be able to feel safe when they're playing the game, and I guess making them feel safe is them not knowing where they're being killed from, which I don't know why they've done that. They've never done it in every other Call of Duty. Supposedly there's a leaker that said they're going to be doing it sometime this month, so that's one thing that matters most. Like, they have silencers in this game that makes them useless. If there's no enemy fire on the minimap, especially more in 6v6, 10v10, maybe not so much in ground war, but I couldn't tell you how many times I've died to a guy literally sitting behind me and he's shooting with an unsilenced weapon. I have no idea because he doesn't appear on my radar. So that's what I think is the first and most important thing in reference to instantly flipping this game from average to good. And the second thing I think matters most, which is not that big of a deal, but is another thing in reference to the minimap, that is the lapping streaks. For those of you who aren't familiar with that, in all previous Call of Duties, AW, IW, all these CODs, if I got a 10 kill streak, I would earn a helicopter. If I got a 20 kill streak, I would earn a second helicopter. In this game, you can only earn one UAV or one VTOL jet in your life. So if I go on a 25 kill streak and I'm absolutely tearing the enemy team apart, I will still have only gotten one UAV. So that reference of being able to dominate, being able to pub stomp is now, affected a little bit because you're not going to be able to get kill streaks as often or as dominant as you used to. You'd have to die now. So you're going to have to give the enemy a kill in order to re-earn your VTOL jet, which I think is an absolute complete and utter backwards movement for this game. Like I said, after playing this game, those are the two most important things I think matter most in reference to they've been in the game for 10 years and now they're not in the game. I think those are the two first things that you work on fixing. There's a lot of few little things that I like to talk about. The third thing I think matters most is the maps. Obviously, the maps are pretty weird, pretty massive, and the lines of sight. Once again, go back online with them in the video clip saying they want players to feel safe. So I feel like they put a lot more lines of sight to help give players that bigger advantage to be able to see where they're being flanked from, all that kind of stuff. As most of you guys know, I'm an extremely aggressive player. I rush. I put my head down, football helmet on, and I charge into the enemy's base. So now with there being so many different lines of sight and with the footstep audio being like I'm Bigfoot, it's going to help those newer players feel safer, as they said, getting more kills. So the maps is definitely something they got to change, as you guys can watch in this gameplay. This giant cliff he's sitting on needs to go. They need to block it off completely, minimize the maps in order to make more kills allowed in the game. When the maps are this big, there's so many random corners on the outskirts of the map that you can hide in. It's not allowing me to get more than even 50 kills in a game sometimes, because I feel like in the beta, my best gameplay got like, 65 kills, you know, just absolutely demolishing the enemy team. And then when the game came out in Ground War, I think the most kills I've gotten is like 45. Mind you, these are like 15-minute games, getting 45 kills. So definitely the maps is going to take a huge effect. And then what I think matters most moving forward in reference to making this game instantly better in overall gameplay is going to be a gist of like 3 different things, but they all go hand in hand together. That's going to be the movement speed, that's going to be the weapon attachments, as well as like the ability of the ADS speed. So as most of you guys know, if you add a quick draw, it's supposed to increase your ADS speed. Well, if you also add a foregrip, if you also add a laser sight, if you also add like stock, all these different attachments, I'm not saying specifically, but they all have a negate towards your ADS speed and your movement speed. I'm not exactly sure which exact attachments do it, but allowing 5 attachments where all 5 of those attachments have a single positive and potentially 2 negatives is what I think is having a severe effect on the gameplay of the game. The ADS speed and the movement speed being affected in any way obviously is somewhat realistic. If I add a grip, if I had a 100-round drum over a 60-round drum, the weapon is going to be heavier, which in real life, your weapon was 20 pounds versus 25 with a grip. Obviously, it's not going to be able to move as fast, but this is a video game. It's not real life, and they need to change that. And that's one of the things I think matters. I might at least top 4 is the ADS speeds definitely need to go. The benefit of rushing is really low. It's benefiting players at ADS. The few times I've gone on a 10, 20 kill streak, I've noticed I'm literally sitting in a corner, ADS in the spawn, not moving at all. So they need to somehow make the ADS speeds, the movement speeds, all that kind of stuff balanced to where if I add a foregrip, it reduces my recoil, and that's it. I don't want my movement speed reduced. I don't want any of that stuff reduced. That's basically all the attachments, all that kind of stuff goes hand in hand together. Switching the attachments, making quick draw an actual attachable weapon to where it actually benefits me. I think that's one thing that's huge. You'll notice is the ADS speed is just the biggest factor. Then it also goes on the ability of having stock. I think stock and quick draw are 2 of like the biggest, most important attachments where it just makes it easier for you to move. Stock in this game is not as dominant as it used to. And for me personally, as a guy that I think is pretty good at the game, I want my ability to, you know, outstrafe my opponents, which gives me an advantage over them. So hopefully they're able to adjust that as well. Then along with that is going to be the headshot multiplier. I couldn't tell you how many times I've died in 1 or 2 bullets because the guy randomly got a headshot. And that definitely needs to be nerfed. I don't know what the actual percentage is right now. I know headshot multipliers on certain guns before were 1.5 or 2.0 and that kind of stuff. So definitely need to see it go down to 1.25, maybe 1.3 times multiplier, whatever it may be, to balance that. That's pretty much it. The last thing I think matters most is going to be the perks. I think the perks definitely could use something different. The one thing that matters most, which is the majority vote right now, is dead silence as a perk. Most of you guys know they probably claimed they made a quick adjustment on the footstep audio to reduce it. I think they also said they buffed that or nerfed dead silence a little bit, so that way the footsteps aren't as loud when you're actually using it. So dead silence as a perk would be something pretty cool. Devs on my legacy along with the footstep auto being reduced. So those are the few things I would like to see in reference to making Call of Duty Modern Warfare a better game. So all I want you guys to do, like I said, make sure you guys are subscribed. Hit that like button. Like I said, comment down below what you guys think about this game. Let me know all your opinions. What do you think needs to be changed in this game for it to be good? And let me know what you guys think about it. Rate it out of 10 in the comments below. And like I said, if you guys want a free copy of Modern Warfare, like the video. Let's get 1,000 likes on this thing. We're going to start uploading all kinds of class setups for you guys, all kinds of videos, tips for you guys to, you know, level up faster, get the best class setups, most underrated guns in the game. We are currently level 156. I think we're like top 30 in the world rank right now. So thank you guys for watching today's video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.
Allied cruise missile launch. Watchtower. Path code. Got Bravo. Enemy UAV overhead. Going down. accomplished. Regroup. Return to base.